Okay, so this is our first interview that we have so far. I'm with Quinn McGraw of Living Machines.
Yeah.
So, this is for the culture. This is basically to perpetuate the art and music scene overall within Kelowna here, right?
Yeah.
And so tell me about the projects that you have going on right now.
Word. Yeah, so I play drums and I sing in a band called Living Machines. We're a transmedia, multi-platform storytelling project, which is essentially our music is also as conceptual. Well, our music tells a story, and then we have a comic book series that accompanies that, which I also write. And then I'm also in the process of firing up an independent publishing company, which we actually have a couple stalkers now too that are going to stalk our books, so that's sick. Yeah, so we're going to self-publish the series, and yeah, and then I do just a bunch of other shit, audio engineering for local bands, I do graphic design, web development, you name it.
Right, I love that, because for me, when I get into an artist, I love looking at their history, I love learning where their music comes from and the stories that accompany it, so to me that's super cool. That to me is just like immersive to the max.
Yeah, that's kind of like the goal. It's just essentially pushing for total immersion.
Yeah.
And that's what we've set out to do, and so far so good.
So where did this come from? What made you want to get into the comic books, and what made you want to actually like fuse that with your music? Because that's new. I haven't seen very much of that before.
Actually, it's all inspired by Coed and Cambria.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. So Claudio Sanchez has a comic book series called The Amory Wars.
Yeah. Okay.
And all of their band's music is based on that story.
Oh, I see. I see. Okay.
So I knew of the story, but it was only a couple years ago I really kind of read a synopsis of it, and I was just so captivated by it, and it was essentially almost overnight I started Living Machines.
Yeah.
And almost 3 years later, it's we're almost done like putting the first issue together, and got like a West Coast tour coming up, and yeah, it's all kind of happening.
Wow, and are you planning on selling the comic books on tour as well in this upcoming one?
Oh yeah. So basically the beauty about having Splice Comics, which is the name of the publishing company,
right,
and Living Machines, is that we use them to cross-promote each other as well.
Yeah.
So it's like internal marketing kind of. So
very smart.
So when we're on tour, I'll post to Splice saying like, hey guys, we're going to be on tour, come check out our books and hang out with the author.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we can also post as Living Machines like, hey guys, we're going to be on tour, you can grab us some of our comics when we're on the road.
Yeah.
Right? So yeah, it's just kind of trying to hit it from multifaceted angles.
That's really smart, because it's multi-dimensional, and people will be like, wow, these guys are working together, they must be a pretty big deal. So marketing is like on point.
Yeah, it's getting there, man. It's definitely, it's quite the undertaking, but it's cool to see it really come together.
Yeah, definitely. I remember we were talking the last time that we hung out together in Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
You were talking about how finding the time. You have to like...
it's finding time to do everything is a lot.
Yeah.
It's the first weekend I actually took off for myself in 3 years.
Wow.
4 years. The first time I've ever actually just put everything down for 2 days is, first time.
2 days?
This weekend, yeah. And here I am, still doing this shit.
Yeah, right? And after this, you got a PR meeting too.
Yeah, with High Road Publicity. Yeah.
Wow.
We've got a meeting. We're going to be premiering the music video from our current album that we're writing on Alternative Press.
Oh, I see.
Through them. So, so we got a bit of a meeting to talk logistics and see how that goes,
Wow, okay, and is the video already shot? Everything good to go?
No, we're still in the process of just finishing up the album, and then we're bringing it to our man, Jordan Chase, who seems to be having his, tentacles in everyone's band right now.
Yeah.
And he's going to produce the record, and then we'll be doing another video with Tegan McGinnis.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, we just applied for video grants and stuff, too, so hopefully those pan out.
So you're obviously very busy. Do you have anybody?
Yeah, you're not wrong, man. Yeah.
Obvious statement of 2018. But do you have anybody helping you along with this process? Any guidance? Any band members that are like helping you do this part of the project and that part of the project?
Yeah. We all wear different hats. Actually, shout out to my older brother, Balin. He's a marketing. He has his own marketing company, and when I initially came up with the idea and wanted to get all the wheels in motion, he essentially guided me from the beginning on how to have a social media voice and why Instagram was important when I didn't think it was, and he taught me a bunch of really cool stuff, which essentially got the ball rolling for our creative direction. And then in the band, everyone kind of has their own role as well. I do a lot of essentially project management at this point, and like a fair amount of content creation. But so like my one guitar player, he's our merch guy, so he deals with our wholesale supplier and is trying to set us up with like a China distributor right now.
Wow.
Through his dad, which is gonna be sweet. So it'll be like product costs of $15 dropping to like $4. Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then our new vocalist Ryan, he does a lot of digging for grants and that kind of stuff. He does like lots of grant applications. He helps me with a lot of the content and stuff. And then our other guitar player Robin, he's mostly in charge of looking up blogs with our other guitar player, and then he does endorsements. He searches for those. So we're always everyone's always kind of doing something.
Yeah.
And I think by being able to utilize 4 people, you can get so much more done than if trying to do it all by yourself, right?
True.
So yeah, we have a good thing going.
It's almost like you have like a business situation running,
We
right?
do honestly treat our band like a business. I mean, you can't get away from the fact that you're still a band, right? And you make music, but like I don't want to fucking be in a garage for the rest of my life. So why wouldn't I try to build a business out of it, right?
Right. Apple started in the garage, and look where they are.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So I think a lot of bands are really quick to judge and say that you're selling out. But it's like you're not. You're trying to build a career. Like you're trying to build something with longevity. It's long-term thinking that will turn your band or brand into something that's worthwhile and something you can eventually make a residual income off of, right?
Exactly. And that's honestly going to give you the most amount of happiness you'd ever want in life, right?
Why wouldn't you want to do what you love doing full time and make a living
and get paid for it, live comfortably?
Yeah,
absolutely.
My one friend, Leaf from Voltree, he was telling me, I guess a lot of the bigger guys, like dudes in Avenged Sevenfold and Bolton and Valentine, they're actually paid salary.
What?
Yeah, apparently.
Wait,
yeah,
what?
so like when you're like at that level, they just pay you like a salary income, and then you can just do your thing. You just tour and you make albums, but you just get paid out like a dank salary.
Yo,
that's like the dream. I was like, oh
so
man, like that's so cool. Like,
you're
not even worried about record sales. You're making a paycheck all the time.
Wow, I can't even imagine.
It's pretty, but I mean they're also like world famous, right?
Yeah,
so
true.
At that level,
true.
it's like all bets are off. You're killing it.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. And you're putting in the groundwork for it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so therefore, if you ever decide to go to a record label, like a major label or something like that, they'll be able to see that you guys have the work ethic, you guys have all the resources already. They don't have to put in that much work because they see the value in you.
Yeah, all they do is just basically take their entire audience and following and point them at your project.
Exactly.
And that's when we were hanging out last time. Wiz Khalifa said it best. It's like, it's nothing to do with, like labels don't make sparks. They just take sparks and turn them into fires, right?
Exactly.
So if you can basically hit a level where you're approaching a label, your infrastructure's laid out, you've put the work in, you've done some tours, you've got some videos, you got a merch store running, like why, like all they have to do is just sign you and capitalize on you.
Yeah.
So like why wouldn't they, right?
Exactly. And often labels will give you a set amount of money and they'll use that money to just generate like how many fold over the amount of money that they've given you, right?
Yeah.
It's just like that's because that's how much value they see in you.
Yeah, like your label advance. Yeah.
Exactly.
So they're like, here's like $100,000. Go record a sick record and get some tours going, and then we'll make X amount off of the sales after you've paid that back.
Right.
So that's just like they're like, here, we believe in you. Here's a business loan.
Yeah. Absolutely. And so with your tour that you guys have coming up, do you have any festival dates lined up at all?
We applied for a bunch of festivals, unfortunately late. We went through like a very big transitionary period with our old vocalist.
Sure.
And it took a while to kind of get back into the groove of things. And by then, most festivals were kind of just
booked.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, but we have a sick list built up. We're gonna apply again for next year and hopefully land some of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. And then our one guitar player, he got a new job, so he has a blackout between August and September.
Oh, I see.
So we're basically trying to get as many shows between June and July as possible, and then hopefully do a 2 to 3 week tour in the fall through Western Canada.
Okay. Great. And so you already have those dates lined up? You have all the shows already good to go?
For June and July, they're laid out. And then September is basically, we'll start booking that probably in the next couple months here.
Great. And where can people go to see those, where your tour dates are and everything?
We'll probably do an official announcement probably in a few weeks here. Once
Okay.
all the dates are solidified, I'll probably slap a flyer together and off we go.
Great.
Yeah. So it's three or four dates on Vancouver Island, and then one in Vancouver, and then the following week we'll do a Kelowna show.
Well, that's awesome. I will, if work permits, I will absolutely be there for sure.
For sure, man.
For sure, man. And your merch will be available there as well.
Yeah, and our merch, we just launched a brand new online store.
Yeah, I was about to lead into that,
if
that's
anyone
right.
wants merch, you can get geared up whenever.
And what's the website?
LVMC, so Living Machines official.store.
Beautiful.
And then our website is lvmcofficial.com.
Right. And they can find hats there. They can find
hats,
shirts.
beanies, shirts, and then you can get some of the digipacks of our album we have left over.
Right.
And then hopefully going to start unrolling some new summer items, maybe some tank tops in the future a little bit.
Hey.
Yeah. We want to do socks really bad. I just want socks.
Socks. Yeah.
So that's the
Okay.
only thing I want in the store.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Socks, man. Yeah. Everybody needs socks.
Gotta keep your sock game up.
Of course.
Yeah,
Man.
man.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Quinn. That was awesome.
Sweet, dude.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Okay.